Well, good evening, viewers, and welcome to program 236 from LTV2 in Millstreet, and we're in a different studio tonight.
We are.
And beside me here is Breda Piggott, a Co.Cork music station DJ, and Roger Casey from Cullen as well, who's a bit of a poet and a bit of a storyteller. So we kind of said we'd get together and we'll have a chat about the music station anyway, and might talk a bit about poetry. Maybe I might give an old recitation. Roger has asked me to read out a poem there as well, so I might chance that. But this is William Fitzgerald is doing the editing this week. No better man. Would you reckon, Breda?
That's my boss.
He's your boss.
He's my boss, yeah.
In Co.Cork Music Station. And what night are you on, Breda?
Wednesday night.
Every Wednesday night.
8 to 11.
8:30 to 11.
I'm maybe a little bit weighted. I go in for the overtime.
Yeah. Tis time and a half
Time and a half,
after
yeah.
that, is it? Very good,
Yeah.
very good. On tonight's programme we have a few different things. We've Brendan and Jolly there later on, and we've some
I think they're on about the
entertainment.
romantic robins tonight, are they?
I think they are. We'll hear more about that later, Breda. We've a good bit of the programme tonight from the Abbey Leaks. Darren had there a few
Yeah, we
weeks
were
back.
there that night. It was a great night, really.
Yeah.
It was a great night, so it was.
And a good cause, Breda, isn't it?
Yeah,
Very good cause.
it's called Dancing for Living, and it is a great cause. And there was I cannot remember the names of the artists that were playing in the night. Paddy O'Brien was there.
Yeah.
And there was another guy there, and he told his story, his life story. He was blind. He lost his.
Glenn was in there, wasn't it?
Noel Glenn, that's it.
Right.
He's from Galway.
And he was absolutely fabulous. So he was absolutely a great musician. And the two.
There was a Bernie Heaney from Newbridge.
Absolutely,
She's a
country
new
western
new
singer.
artist on the go, I think, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. She was.
She was very good,
She led all her music. She said her songs from her father. He was a truck driver, wasn't it?
I didn't hear
yeah.
that, no.
Yeah.
So that was in Abbey Leaks there a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago.
Barry O'Halloran is having another night as well in his hometown of Ballinhassig
That's right.
on April the 5th for the same cause again, Dancing for Living, Suicide Aware, and it's in the Marion Hall in Ballinhassig.
And of course they have a CD as well and a DVD on sale.
That's right.
And if anybody wants that, anyone can contact one of the DJs there in Co.Cork Music Station.
Absolutely.
And we have it as well.
Yeah.
€5, like you couldn't go wrong.
I mean, no, and for a very good cause. And
Yeah.
on the night in Ballinhassig in the Marion Hall on the 5th of April, Barry will be joined by Danny and Mary O'Leary, who
They're very good.
getting quite
Very
popular
good,
now
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of the thrust of the programme tonight. We'll have Eileen's news as well, and we'll have the usual features. So I suppose, tell us about the Co.Cork Music Station, Breda. How did you start anyway at that?
I think Willie was at me for a well, he wasn't at me, but every now and again he was giving me a little dig underneath the ribs. You know,
He
why
must have
would I
obviously
come
thought
and
that you had a bit
hold?
of potential.
I don't know.
And Roger, you were a good listener to Co.Cork Music Station.
Well,
How would you rate her as a DJ now?
One of the best.
One of the
One of
best.
the best.
You even reckon she's so good you wrote a poem about her.
That's right, yeah.
We'll get to that.
She was always
later.
telling everybody at the start that she was very nervous about what she did, but she's a very, very careful DJ.
In fairness, now,
thanks.
Breda doesn't do nervous at all. Certainly not.
Ice water in the veins, is it?
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. Sure, she's been inside in rally cars and
That's
she's
right.
been
Yeah.
doing all sorts of
And-
daft
and
things.
she
Like,
said
we know about her.
Did she say you were Willie Fitzgerald, did she?
Oh, she did.
She
She
did.
did.
That was
On
a
a
brave
number of
act, that was
occasions,
a brave
actually.
act, yeah.
Are you actually talking
Yeah,
about me?
you know, so, yeah, we are actually talking about you, Breda. So, like Willie, I'd say she's actually such a good DJ. You don't want to watch in case one of the national radio stations could, you know, kind of headhunt you, I suppose, as they say, really. Like, you never know, they're 2FM or Today FM or whatever. But Roger, will we read out the poem? Will I read it out?
Yeah.
I'll have a shot at it anyway.
It's self-explanatory.
It is self-explanatory. It is called The Singing DJ. Right, Breda? And you've never heard this poem of it?
No.
This is your first time listening to it. Okay, it goes like this. There's a lady called Breda, the talk of the nation. She is one of the newest DJs on Co.Cork Music Station. When she does her show each Wednesday night, her many fans all start to smile with great delight. She has so many listeners, not just here in Ireland, but all over the world in places she never planned. She gets loads of requests by text, email and phone from her friends, her family and folks at home. Willie Fitzgerald's the boss, but when she's on air, Breda Piggott is in charge of affairs. When you ask for a song, she'll search the hard drive, but if she can't find it, she'll sing it for you live. We all salute you, Breda.
Oh, thanks.
Who, though shy at the start, has taken the task of being a DJ very much to her heart. As with everything you do, whether for free or for cash, may you always continue to give it the full lash.
Thank
I
you,
think in fairness, Roger,
Most welcome.
that deserves a round of applause. That was a very good call. I hope I read it reasonably good because it
You
was
made
actually...
a great job.
Well, she does a
Great
super
job.
show, and she really,
She does.
really entertains, and she answers all requests. And
So every Wednesday
She
night,
never
Breda,
forgets.
Yeah.
what time
If you were
again?
free and Wednesday night you might come in and take someone because I'm about 10:30 up. It gets right busy.
It gets right busy.
Absolutely right busy. There'll be texts and emails and the phone to be going and there's only me to answer them all. And
So-
this will to be going out there.
so she's looking for a personal assistant now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, but it's like, you know, she's getting so popular now, and
Yeah.
like getting, you know,
Yeah, that's right.
the workload is increasing. She
Yeah.
probably need one on
I
it.
don't know when next week we might get in the rise.
When are you going to get a pay rise now with all this
Yeah,
popularity?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
As,
wonder.
as
We'll-
the man in the camera.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to him later.
Yeah.
Roger, you're a good man to tell a story, I understand. I've heard you before. Will you tell us one tonight before we go to
Well-
the next part of the programme?
I don't have anything clean enough, but I wanted to back of my pole there sometimes, and I'll tell it.
Good man, Roger.
To about Ireland in post-war times was a very poor country. They were still coming out of a situation where you had rationing and all that type of thing. But as Ireland moved into the late 40s and early 50s, a small bit more money began to circulate, and you could see evidence of it, especially in places like the stations, which were held in around the country. Things became available at stations which people had never experienced before. There was things like barley butter and lumpy sugar and all that type of stuff. But this particular woman, anyway, she was at her cousin's stations, and she was given something to eat. She had never seen it before. It was stuff called trifle.
Right.
And her stations were coming up a couple of months later, and she said whatever else she'd have for the stations, she'd have to have the trifle. So 2 days before the stations, you know, she'd most of the things in order. She'd most of the ingredients for the trifle, but she was shot things called hundreds and thousands. And her husband was going to town for a few messages, and she warned him to bring whatever else he'd do to bring the hundreds and thousands. So he went to town and then picked up the stuff in his list, but he had never written down the bit about the hundreds and thousands, and he couldn't think of the name what he wanted. And he went into every shop in the town. In the finish, he went into this place to the sort of one of those shops that were common one time. They do grocery and hardware and all that type of stuff like. And he was trying to explain to the fella what he wanted, and the lad asked him to explain what were these things like. And he said they're little silvery bally things. So the lad, to get rid of him, gave him a box of ball bearings. So the poor woman that got him at home, she didn't know any better. She scattered them on top of the trifle. And of course, when all the neighbouring women came in for the stations and the food was being given out after, they were tearing into the trifle. Some of them had 2 or 3 balls of it. Will you control yourself, DJ? But the next morning, 2 of them met at the well. And one said to the other, Piggy, what's that of a night you do? Not great, says Piggy. I was up 3 or 4 times during the night. What about you, Mary? She said, how'd you get on? And Mary said, I slept the night, all right, she said. But she said, when I woke up this morning, I did not feel pain in my stomach. And she said, I was putting on the fire in the stove, she said, and I leaned over to light the fire later, she said, and all of a sudden there was a bang. And when I turned around, she said, there was the cat and he did up on the couch. Did she?
So that's
That's the story.
After all that, thanks Roger, and
Thank
for that great story, and Breda, thanks very much.
Thanks, Marion.
We'll go on to Eilidh Buckley's news, her regional news for the week.
Dies Maria Galercarda, and welcome to LTV2 News. Millstreet has a lot of reasons to be very happy this week following the highly successful appearance of the lovely Joan O'Riordan on Winning Streak. Joan looked beautiful on the night and carried out her appearance on television with grace and panache, in spite of the sad passing of her sister Eilidh Graney during the previous week. And it was nice to see Marty and Sinead treating her so kindly as a result. And long may you live to enjoy your 44,000, Joan. And all those who are involved in the staging of the Who Wants to Be a Thousandaire have they have every reason to be proud. The GAA hall was packed on Friday night, and the excitement was very high. It being the first for most people, there was widespread excitement and interest as to how it would go. But with careful planning and real dedication, it all went right on the night. And as well as being a most enjoyable event, it raised in excess of 20,000 for the GAA fund, as well as giving a donation to the local hospital. Many congratulations to all concerned. The weekly lotto draw was held at Tarrant's Bar on Sunday night. Numbers drawn were 18, 21, 23 and 24, and the jackpot was not won. €100 went to Joan Corkery Cumligan. The seller was Herlihy Centra, and they got €50 seller's prize. €50 went to Leanne, Katie and Cian, care of Patsy Mac. 20 each to Helen Murphy, Killarney Road. Donna Murphy, Killarney Road. Don O'Doherty, Coolromore, Katie Toker of Millstreet, D and T Scarrell of Ballamacira, Ellie Hayes of Cork, Joan Casey Co.Cork and Susan Murphy of Clara. Jackpot for next week is €9,000 and the draw will be at the Bush Bar on Sunday night. The AGM of the Lotto Committee will be held at the Wallace Arms Hotel on Friday the 4th of April at 7 o'clock. The Secretary, Marie Toomey, would like to apologise to all those, to people because of all the changes of the dates, but it was quite outside her control. A note here from Jack Roach to say that the Spike Players from Knocknagoshel will stage John B. Keane's play Mall at Brooknacorga on Friday, March the 28th, starting at 8 o'clock. And for details you can ring 087 220 5566 or brooknacorga@hotmail.com. Millstreet Coulter's Cultori in Hearn, Féile Ceol, will be held at the Community School on Sunday the 4th of April, starting with the local competitions at 12 o'clock noon and with all the others at 1:30. A very important meeting of our development group was held at the Wallace Arms Hotel on last Monday night to draw up plans for their festival, which will be held later in the year. And we'll be giving you the details of that as time goes on. A special meeting of our Community Council was held at the Wallace Arms Hotel last Tuesday night as a follow-up to the St. Patrick's Day Parade and to make plans for their sponsored walk in aid of AstroTurf, which will be held at Easter, starting out from Kilmeedy Castle. Friday of this week is Daffodil Day, and a coffee morning will be held in our GA Hall from 9 until 12:30, and there's one in Hollymount School on the same day from 10 o'clock until 12 noon. The AGM of our turf cutting co-op will be held next Wednesday night of next week, that's the 2nd of April, at the Ken O'Donovan Centre starting at 8 o'clock. Orders will be taken on the night. Mother's Day is coming up, and our Herlihy's Centre will again be giving sweet treats to all the mums on that day. So on Sunday the 30th of March, do call in there any time after 12 o'clock. The knitting club our knitting club is up and running every Tuesday night at the Adult Learning Centre in our main street from 7 o'clock until 9, and all are welcome. Our community singers meet every Thursday night upstairs in the parish centre, and all are welcome. And our community singers will attend the Vigil Mass next Saturday night, the 29th of March. O'Driscoll Travel has a pilgrimage to the homeland of Pope John Paul II for 4 nights, the 1st of October to the 5th. Inquiries from O'Driscoll travel in Macroom. And from September the 15th until the 24th, there's a pilgrimage going to the Holy Land. And the spiritual leader there is Monsignor Dan O'Riordan. And they're flying out from Cork. And for more details, you can ring 0214 277700. A note here from our Church Restoration Committee thanking all those who replied to their recent letter regarding the income tax refund, and to urge those who haven't yet replied to do so as soon as possible. Millstreet Gramophone Circle meeting on this Friday night at the Canada Centre starting at 8:15, and all are welcome, and the presenter this time is Maureen Ní. Millstreet GA want to thank all those who supported their great event last Friday night. Lenten talk given by Father Seamus O'Connell on Saturday next, March the 29th, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning at KDYS Fairhill in Killarney, and hosted by the Kerry Diocesan group, and all are welcome there as well. Don't forget to put your clock forwards next Saturday night. Agus Shirwell Carda. That's all for me, and I'll hand you back to the rest of the programme.
This is so long ago since I see you at Haldin, are you?
I got camera shy.
Oh, it is, huh? You must have. Are you going on holidays?
No, I didn't go on my holidays at all, but I did things like getting a bad bout of the flu and things, but...
Yeah, you can't keep a good man down in themselves. Like, any other bit news?
No, but I saw you were looking very well on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, I was. I went to Kerrigan too, actually.
Did you?
I didn't take part in the parade at all.
I'd say you like driving on Pipe Bridge, do you?
Oh yeah, it was quite nice actually.
Yeah. There's a nice feeling about it.
Yeah, a lovely feeling about it. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't take part in the parade in Kerrigan at all. I decided I'd let it go.
Yeah, but it's just... They were good weather enough for the parade.
Oh, very lucky with the weather that we're having, like.
Because since we got plenty of rain.
Oh yes, indeed, that's the thing. Well, how are the buds and all these things, were you?
There seem to be, but yeah, buds nesting now.
Oh, they are. I have a robin. I'd say we're going to have youngsters before the weekend.
Yeah. I know how there's a nest, there's a water hen, and the hen seems to be gone missing now too, I suppose. Would a water hen be northern?
Oh, I suppose she would, yeah.
At this stage?
I suppose she would. I wouldn't know too much about water hens. But I have a robin anyway that I know they'll be babies before the weekend. That's the way she's carrying on. And she's doing all that around, he takes off, like, you know.
Does he?
Oh, no help whatsoever. Once he have the job done, that's it. On to the next one.
And is it my imagination I don't see much robins out around at the moment?
Well, we have robins anyway, I don't know anymore. We have a robin and a pigeon and a blackbird nesting in our yard. And our yard is small, but they're there in it.
Oh, I
tell you how we treat the birds, like.
Oh yeah, that's where all my birds are gone, I'd say.
Yeah, birds, you see.
They're gone, they took flight.
So,
but you have a lot of...
Did you set any spuds?
No, I didn't set spuds at all anyway.
And we're ground ready? Sean Murphy, if he's ground ready for spuds, isn't it?
I have red ground ready, and 'tis red. There's no weeds in it or anything.
Yeah. So fair. Yeah. That's the hell of it.
I might grow a keel in it.
Fair enough.
I might get desperate.
Well, this week we're going to put on a bit of the Patrick's Day parade in Millstreet. We had a sub-camera woman, so I wouldn't do any camera work for the parade this week.
Yes, you were in a very important position.
But I got the woman to do my daughter.
Were you the first tractor?
No, I was the third tractor.
Oh. Were you the best tractor?
I might have been the best tractor.
That's good. That's all we want to know.
Not giving myself any praise or anything like, but I don't want to either, like. So I was the third tractor. But I was a red orange tractor. There was a lot of blue tractors.
With a shine in it.
Yeah, they were fairly good. So we'll go to the parade now.
We're going to say we must walk out because we want to get out the stage.
you like it, man? That was there. Thank you very much.
No woman look like.
Do you want funny house? Hello. Do you want to run? I want crotch. No. Pocket moves. Bono is dead. I'm Bono. He's dead. He's dead. Stop trying to get today's breaking news.
LTV That's the blue side. Don't zoom in! Oh my God! What are you recording for? It's big man, no. Who are you recording for? President Murphy in the parade. What is it? Murphy in the parade. Oh, is that? Is that for LTV2 now, or is it be on RT2 FM? RT2. Oh, yeah. Is this? Oh, you look at that. Wave, big wave.
It's the 7th of March 2014 and we're here at a very special concert, one of a series of concerts there, put together by one of our DJs of Cork Music Station, and a great cause there for Suicide Aware. And Barry O'Halloran, you're welcome to LTV2.
Thank you, Willie. Well, as you say, it is a special concert and it is a very special occasion. It's a very important occasion because we're fundraising for Suicide Aware Ireland, who look after issues surrounding suicide and issues surrounding mental health. And I suppose in layman's language, they try and, as far as possible, to prevent tragedies that too many of them have occurred in Ireland over the last number of years. So it's all about talking and maybe spotting little signs along the way that where Suicide Aware can step in and advise people and counsel people and talk to them and try to say prevent a tragedy. They'd also get involved in counselling in the event that a tragedy occurs afterwards, and they would try and deal with the family and give them some solace if that is possible. This event is Dancing for Living. We call it Dancing for Living because obviously the name suggests living and dancing and enjoying ourselves. And I started this concept in about September of 2013. Wrote the song earlier in the year and recorded the song in 2013. And the day I gave it to the first radio station, it was National Suicide Awareness Day. So that inspired me to donate the proceeds of the CD, the DVD, and all the Dancing for Living nights. The proceeds are donated to Suicide Aware.
Yeah, that was a nice thing to do there, Barry, to get it all lined up, and our viewers there have seen that CD, and we got a great reaction from the DVD, both on LTV2, and we have, you're getting great airplay on Cork Music Station as well, a great reaction to that. And I think you have a few more concerts planned during the year or on the pipeline.
Sorry, we have indeed. We'll leave a few more concerts, all right. Actually, before we talk about the concerts, I want to say as well, the reaction has been tremendous from all, both artists, venue owners and the general public. Sadly, roughly a third of whom I contacted about helping us out on this have been affected by suicide. So everybody gets behind it, full steam ahead. The musicians are great, the artists are great, they come and they give their time absolutely free, and people can enjoy themselves, and I suppose everybody's enthusiastic about it. This one here in the Abbey Leaks Manor tonight on the 7th of March is the second one. So the first one we had earlier this week in the Hazel Tree in Mallow, and as I said, this is the second one, and the third one will be in the Marion Hall in Ballinhassig on Saturday night, 5th of April. And we have a list of artists lined up for that, and we'll be publishing that before the week is out.
Yeah, I suppose, Barry, the main thing here is to try and pick the artists and not the way they all want to come in and back you on it is hard just to pick the artists you bring on the night and try and keep it as close as you can to the area that the artist is from rather than bring him halfway across the country.
That's right, that's right. Yes, but a small percentage of them will still travel without any difficulty. I've also found, Willie, that the artists that we have on board, they're very, very busy people. And whether it's the way that they're free on the night or whether it's the way they make themselves free when they hear what it's for, it's a great sign. And we have very high quality people, good quality artists, good artists. Here tonight we have Noel Glenn from Ballinasloe, County Galway. We have Bernie Heaney from Kildare. We have Lana Gibson from Waterford, and the house band here is Miko's Boys, which is Mick Clinton and his boys from this area here. One of the gentlemen in the band is Patsy Fallon, of course, who's an uncle of the famed Mike Denver. And here, as we speak at the moment, the man that's singing on stage is none other than the great Paddy O'Brien.
Yeah.
I'll be doing a stint myself when Paddy is finished.
Yeah, so we won't keep you too much longer now, Barry. So we want to thank you for taking time out to have this interview with us. And We will keep up with your shows, and for our viewers there, tonight's show will be showing a lot of this concert up here. We'll be featuring a lot of the artists that was done tonight. We'll be taking a couple of songs for each of them, and we hope to catch up with Barry again in his next concert, and we'll stay with him for the rest of his concerts. Unfortunately, due to other commitments, we couldn't be with him last Monday night, but for the rest of them, we hope to be with him.
One thing I forgot to mention earlier, of course, is the song itself is called A Whisper of Love, and the CD is for sale for €5, and the DVD and the CD together are for sale for €10. If you see the song in the shops, I'll be have them at my gigs. You can get them on my website at barryohalloranmusic.com, www.barryohalloranmusic.com. You'll get the CD there, or you'll get it also by texting 087 4129 315, and we will send it on to you. Please support us, please keep buying the CD, please keep supporting the Dancing for Living fundraising nights when you see them around the country. We're asking people, I suppose, we're asking them fair and square to put their hand in their pocket and spend a tenner on a good night out, and you're helping a very important charity. I'd also like to thank very much so all the radio stations around for supporting me on this, and all the press, especially word of thanks to Cork Music Station, and you of course Willie and Ija and your team, and Millstreet LTV. Thank you, Willie.
Yeah, and for anyone that would like to get one of those DVDs or CDs, you can contact any one of the DJs there in Cork Music Station, or email corkmusicstation@gmail.com, and we'll send them on to you there. We'll get you sorted out. So have a look at this concert, and hope you enjoyed.
Our next performer on stage for you here tonight, who will entertain you for the next 40 minutes. He'll be on, he'll perform, and he'll be gone within 40 minutes, as will every act here tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, he's no stranger to the Abbelinks Manor Hotel. I had the pleasure of introducing this man and bringing him here from Ballinasloe back in 2010, I would think it was, and this is his third appearance. He's a fantastic performer. Some of you would have seen and heard of him before. You would hear him on KCLR, you'd hear him on Southeast Radio in Wexford. You'll hear him on Midlands 103 and other radio stations also. He's no stranger, as I said, to the Abbeyleix Manor Hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, an excellent musician, singer, composer and entertainer, the one and only from Woodford in Ballinasloe, County Galway, Mr. Noel Glynn.
At 17 he left his home in Galway, travelled across the sea to London town. He got a job there working on the railway, but somehow he could never settle down. For part of him was in the west of Ireland. Of this he knew he never would be free. He could smell the turnpike working, hear the stories ever told, and he watched the golden sunset o'er the sea. He missed his home in County Galway, on the quiet and rocky western shore, where the Atlantic meets the coast of Ireland, oh, not far from his Cork home. He enjoyed the year or so he spent in London. There's a big new world out there for him to see. Now some of his friends have gone to Galway and to New York, the city on the sea. So he packed his bags and he headed up quick about Galway. The time was right, he was young and free. When they asked him what county did he come from, I said Galway, a place so dear to me. He left his home in County Galway, on its wide and rocky western shore, where the Atlantic meets the coast of Ireland, oh, not far from his Connemara. Here we go. In County Galway, underneath the California sun, another working day is nearly over. Sure he'll head on with his airy focus down. Now there's a Mexican lady waiting for him. You know, she's never been to Ireland. Someday they'll leave this old Yankee city and then walk together to shores of his native land. Yeah, he's blessed his home, County Galway, on the wide and rocky western shore, where the Atlantic meets the coast of Ireland, oh, not far from his Connemara. Now they're back again in County Galway, on the wide and rocky western shore, where the Atlantic meets the coast of Ireland, oh, not far from his Connemara. Oh, not far from his Connemara.
County Kildare. She's had a follow-up single, and she's had another follow-up single, Boots, and you're going to see it on the Irish music channels within the next couple of weeks. We had the pleasure of being in Newbridge on Wednesday evening recording Boots for this lovely lady. You'll be hearing her on Midlands 103 or hearing our other stations as well. She'll be back on the radio tomorrow. She's here tomorrow night in the front bar, ladies and gentlemen, so if you like this next artist, make sure and come back to the Abbeyleix Manor Hotel tomorrow night and enjoy music and song from this lovely lady. But says you, we don't have to wait till tomorrow night. She's here tonight and we're delighted to have her. Would you give a big welcome to Ireland's newest country star from Newbridge and County Kildare, the one and only Miss Bernie Heaney.
as we both see together. I'm sure that I'll never forget. Oh, I'm thinking tonight of my blue eyes, heavy sailing from over the sea. And I'm thinking tonight of her only, and I wonder if she ever thinks of me one more time. Oh, I'm thinking tonight of my blue eyes, heavy sailing from over the sea. And I'm thinking tonight of her only, and I wonder if she ever thinks of me. Oh, I wonder if she ever thinks of me. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen, and a very, very good evening. You're lovely to be here as part of this very special fundraising night, and love to see you all along, and it's great to be on stage with all the friends from the music, and what a show right through the evening. Mighty people, fair play to them all. And it's downhill now, but sure, look, that's the way it goes. In the meantime, congratulations to Barry, of course, for coming up with the idea of doing a single, which he has, of course, on sale here tonight, and for the whole concept of putting a number of nights together for Suicide Aware. I think it's a hugely important issue, and fair play to you, Barry. You're a mighty man. Give Barry Ireland. This one is called The Little Cabin Home on the Hill. Tonight I'm alone without you, my dear, but in my heart there's a longing for you still. I'll keep it there tonight all alone, in my little cabin home on the hill. Someone is taking from me and left me here all alone, just listening to the rain beat on my window pane, in my little cabin home on the hill. I hope you're happy tonight where you are, but in my heart there's a longing for you still. I'll keep it there tonight all alone, in my little cabin home on the hill. But someone saved from me and left me here all alone, just listening to the rain beat on my window pane, in my little cabin home on the hill. Oh, someone is taking from me and left me here all alone, just listening to the rain beat on my window pane, in my little cabin home on the hill. In my little cabin home on the hill. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks really, ladies and gentlemen. This time we're going to slow down a little bit and take a song called He was never there when needed, and oh, how much he pleaded, saying, darling, won't you stay home just one time? He just smiled and said, I'm sorry, but there's no need to worry, going to need some more new buddies, things that me and I do. In the kitchen, making wishes as she tidied up on another lonely weekend, on the wine she drank alone, and the nights they hold so lonely in the cold of New York City, while she waits there in the darkness till he's then one night he came home slowly, with a longing just to hold her, and he found an old cherry waiting by the telephone, and she said, I'll always love you, and I never will forget you. I just can't take this lonely feeling anymore. She said, I'm going to California and taste the sunshine and the wine, sit beside the rolling ocean and slowly pass the time, reading books and old love stories, and forget about my worries, and maybe, who knows, maybe we'll meet again sometime. Now the nights are long and lonely as he sits and watches TV, drinking deep, chasing whiskey, wondering where it all went wrong. And his eyes, they're tired and burning, and the dreams that keep returning, and all his yesterdays, they won't leave him alone. She said, I'm going to California to taste the sunshine and the wine, sit beside the rolling ocean and slowly pass the time, reading books and old love stories, and forget about my worries, and maybe, who knows, maybe we'll meet again sometime. Or maybe, who knows, maybe we'll meet again sometime. Thank you very much, Steve. Thanks, William.
Eagle ball is always left out. The old thatched cottage is falling down. I dry my eye as I fondly remember days of long ago when we were young. No TV, music there was plenty of, and my mother hummed old memory, we all sang along. In my father's house, when I was young, from the time that I'm older, my own children are raised and gone. I wonder will they fondly remember days of long ago when I was young. My father's house, the smile will greet you at the door. Friendly, warm, weary travellers, there's a welcome for. And at night time neighbours ramble in the stage until we're warm. In my father's house, years have passed and times are changing. The rambling house has almost gone, and still I hear the laughter of children, just like long ago. In my father's house, we were poor but rich and on. No TV, good times there was plenty of. For we made the most of what we had, we sang a merry song. In my father's house, I was young. In my father's house, I was young.
Well, we're back here in Cullen, all the ways down from Abbey Leaks, Mr. Radley.
Absolutely, and all the ways down from the Cullen Special Needs Association weight loss program.
How did you get on this year?
Yeah.
Well, now
I didn't keep full tabs on him this year actually.
He looks well. He looks well anyway.
Yes.
So it
well, somebody asked a while ago, was he back from a holiday? He's very tan.
No. The main thing is that I think the exercising will continue.
Keep up the good
Keep
work.
up the good work.
Anyway, they did very well, I believe.
He's just after a big chunk of Breeda's apple tart here and cream.
And we all.
And it was delicious.
And it was delicious.
Never mind the chips.
I just served it up there just it was gorgeous.
I had done the hot food.
Yeah, I think we're celebrating because it was the final night of the Cullen Special
After
Needs
crossing the bridge over troubled waters.
Weight loss program. Oh yes.
Oh, this broken bridge in Cullen, isn't it an awful inconvenience?
There is quite a lot of extra travelling.
Yeah, a lot of extra miles.
We're trying to get a hoist to get Sean Radley in to take a picture. We might find a picture of there's supposed to be a big hole in the middle of the road.
Right.
So if we got a big hoist, and
it must be a very big hole there all going around it.
Well, by the way, Sean, we must compliment Sean on his amazing commentary on his St. Patrick's Day parade in Colliganum. It was absolutely terrific.
But it had to be censored here and there, I believe. But
I had to listen to the commentary slightly before.
Things roll off the top of the dome. What have we here, Sean?
Now, what we have here is dates from 1985, and in fact, doing some research in Millstreet Museum at the moment, we came across this was the plan for the special aerial compound which was built on the top of Clara Mountain. And it still exists, in fact, for the transmission of LTV.
Of local television in
what
year?
In 1985.
Wow. You were ahead of your time.
And it was after that Sean suggested that LTV2 commonplace.
It was a long time after that.
A good 2 years after that, yes, yeah.
But the idea was born many months
wasn't
before.
it beautifully constructed, and on that occasion there was an amazing amount of people on a voluntary basis climbed Clara with all the different building material, and the structure was built.
This is a very, very official looking document, isn't it, Sean?
And it was very well done, and I remember all this was done on a voluntary basis.
And of course that building is still up there, but it's being a different use for it now.
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
You're
not sure who drew up the plans, no?
We're not sure who actually...
So folks, if you have any idea...
who drew this plan?
In 1985.
1985.
Some of the people involved might be able to...
Yes, indeed.
It would be
I'm
great to
sure,
know.
yes, there was a lot of wonderfully committed people to the project itself.
Certainly knew something about drawing.
They did, definitely.
And one of those people is with us here on the team, Brendan. Brendan Murphy
yes.
was one of the members of that original team on that occasion. So
And
you've had a very exciting programme.
Well, very, very exciting. Another bit of history came my way now today, and it was, you know, the way this new estate has been built up in Altamount. And, you know, we have Mount Leader and we have Mount Child, we have all the other ones. And Altamount, and the board going in is L-T-A-M-O-N-T.
Altamount, yes.
Altamount. And
Yes.
in your book it's M-O-U-N-T.
Yeah.
And we always thought it was.
Yes.
But then Jerry Mahoney came to me today and he had an old document, and it is M-O-N-T.
Yes.
Altamount.
Because it was after Lord Altamount.
My goodness, but
Yeah.
it was after our Lord
Yes.
Altamount.
Altamount.
Well, now we all know that he's M-O-N-T.
Okay, as you're down that side of town.
To my knowledge, anyway.
Did any of you meet Robbie yet?
Oh, we didn't. Oh.
Not yet. Still in Dublin.
Just see a few pictures
We'll
there
have
of
to
the
congratulate Joanne. The news is full of it at the moment. Yeah.
Sent in with the past week, all right.
Yeah.
It's soon.
It's of course the robot that Joanne will
it
be...
is some honour to get a donation from where from?
Rwanda.
Yes,
From Rwanda.
yeah.
This week, yeah.
And further people are also contributing, because the development of the Robbie the robot will take quite a lot of extra expense, but it's all coming around.
We're going to catch up with Robbie when he comes to Millstreet.
Absolutely.
I think he's not far away by the looks of things.
No, indeed.
He's not far away.
And of course the fact that no limbs is now going to be shown in the
in
cinema.
cinemas all over the country.
And if you check millstreet.ie, you will see there's
So
a
that
promotional
is it for this week
link.
here in Cullinan, I think.
The end of
Are
our
we going to be
programme
going out?
236.
Are we going out? I wanted the same way that I think.
Well, if Willie is with Willie editing, we
true.
definitely will go out the same way we came in.
And of course it's William that's been on camera at the moment, on studio camera here in the beautiful setting of Cullinan Queeve. And of course we've had some wonderful guests here at our side here, Michael.
Well, we have the man who was
Roger.
the leading man in Carrickendon Parade.
Oh, that was terrific.
Right.
And his grandson, Kieran.
Wasn't he lovely?
Tremendous altogether.
What a parade.
Oh, mighty. And he
And
blended
we have
in.
the local scribe poet, we have Roger.
There you go.
Local
There we go.
poet.
And in the background there,
And storyteller.
there's Breda and there's Isaac. And there's
Jerry
is over here.
So Jerry, if your car can start, will we go out the same way we came in? Here we go.
That's right.
We're going out the same way we came in. It don't matter who you know or where you've been. Makes no difference who you are, Skid Row Joe or superstar. You're going out the same way you came in. We are born into this world without a thing, and we'll leave it just as naked as we came. You may drive a coupe de ville on a mansion on a hill, don't mean nothing when St. Peter calls your name. Oh, you're going out the same way you came in. Someone will notify your next of kin. Some will weep and some will moan, some will spit upon your stone, but you're going out the same way you came in. Oh, the day you're out and all your friends fancy clothes, and they'll figure out just even what you own. Then the lawyers line their nest, and your kinfolk gets the rest, 'cause you can't take it with you when you go. Or you're going out the same way you came in. Makes no difference, you know where you've been. Makes no difference who you are, Skittle Joe or Superstar. You're going out the same way you came in. Oh, you're going out the same way you came in. Makes no difference who you know where you've been. Makes no difference who you are, Skittle Joe or Superstar.